This has gone on long enough. You have played too many games. You have procrastinated beyond what is necessary. So I say, post a shit post!
What the are you?
And also, I am here with another video. Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest, it has been way too long since I've ever really posted a video. But today I'm gonna break that trend, and so I'm releasing this one thing which will then lead to another, and being honest with you, this will be done, and I guarantee it. You're gonna see a lot more projects in the future, so thank you for joining. I'm a really big fan of My Hero Academia. Back then, before the dark ages of TikTok, it was like a wonder that you were into it. But now, as I'm recording this, if you mention it even once that you're a fan, you will feel like a Balkan Christian during the reign of the Ottoman Empire. I'm not gonna be like many of the YouTubers who sit in front with a microphone and saying, oh, the My Hero Academia situation is bad, or, oh, look at these ship wars, man!
As well as Gordon Ramsay is the best person ever since Jesus Christ himself.
No, I'm not gonna do any of that shit. I'm gonna play the second game, because I thought it was gonna be cool. It is! But it also isn't. JD's and Luttleman, let me introduce you to My Mediocre Academia! It's a pretty shit game! My Hero Academia is a world where everybody has a quirk. Well, not everybody, because it's most of the world's population. 20% of the world doesn't have one. So the entire plot revolves around Izuku Midoriya, which is a quirkless boy who has always wanted to be a hero thanks to the influence of All Might. I'll just be honest here. The plot for the first and third part was great, and every time I look into My Hero Academia, I start realizing that it's an old series. It's 10. It might not seem like a lot, but I was in middle school when this came out. But as time has gone on and the bigger the fan base has gotten, I started seeing that there were a lot of games about it. So I decided to get the second one because it was on sale. I would review the new High School DxD game.
Your boyfriend is smuggling serious kielbasa. I need his big dick!
Just before your life ended, you summoned me with your thoughts through this flyer.
That's good. Can you conjure the dead? Can you get my dead whore wife back here so I can lay into her from the other side?
You gotta listen to me, it's actually peak. That's a mobile only, but my phone is on the same level of functioning power as a beaten up Somalian Hilux. And what I meant by I got the game on sale is I got the entire thing along with only a little bit of the DLC for about $20. But normally, whenever you buy this game, usually when it's not on sale during the Bandai sale, it's $154, which I mean, it's an anime game, they're gonna milk the penny somehow. And while I'm talking about the fandom and usually just some stuff that I bring up and jokes that I show, I just want to say Horikoshi doesn't deserve any of the smoke that he's getting. He had a dream of wanting to make a manga and anime. He did it. The game itself, because he's really bad at keeping on subject. Compliments to the chef for absolutely cooking with this thing. Great art style, incredible voice acting.
You've got some funky moves. Let's fight, woman!
And a lot of the moves that they do are actually homages to what they do in the manga. Like how Uraraka can do her home run move, Yaga being able to launch himself using his naval laser. This is just another one of those anime fighting games. This isn't to say the game isn't good. It's actually really fun, but since no one is on the multiplayer, I recommend you play the arcade mode as to get better with characters, so that when the day does come that there's probably one person, you'll be good at it. And now, after a little bit of trial and tribulation, I can finally say that Kendo Rappa is my spirit animal.
Nice try.
I seem like a guy who sets traps.
There are really only 3 modes that you can play, and the game is pretty fun if you do. Multiplayer, arcade, and mission. Arcade mode doesn't really have a goal besides beating all 3 stages where everyone will get more and more difficult. Beating these stages on higher and higher difficulties allows you to get stuff for your profile. And just like Izuku Midoriya's room, I'm going to defy my love for Kendo Rappa. How can you not love a man whose ability is to just throw hands and always wants to fight to the death? Even willing to knock out the guy who he was paired with just because he wants his strength to be known. Second channel video maybe? The mission mode is actually pretty fun since it allows you to level up your character. But just as long as you're good with a character, you're pretty set. There are missions where there are no healing items on the map, which yes, you have to keep the same amount of HP you have, even after getting out of a deadly brawl. So the game mode does encourage the use of sidekicks. Sidekicks can add extra damage or just knock people back, or you can use their plus ultras to dish out more damage. Generally, when you play games like these, it's very fun, very big, but then whenever you keep playing, it starts dying down in the fun factor. You know the combos, you know the moves, you've heard the art style, there's an achievement for looking at too many of the animations for the intro. And to put it simply, the longer I play this game, the more I start feeling like a lobotomy patient. The story! Oh, he did not play even 3 minutes of this. The story for One Justice 2 isn't really understandable, like, at all. Sure, you do have bits and bobs here where you do get some good story from it, but sometimes the situations that they give you in order to fight are just completely outlandish. I didn't have to play 3 minutes of this game to tell you because it takes place directly after the fight with All For One when the students have to move into the dorms. You don't get to fight All For One, you don't get to see the final stages of All Might, which was sick, mind you. And in the story, the first fight they ever get into is playing as Todoroki and beating the absolute crap out of Endeavor. In this part of the manga wasn't even a fight, because believe it or not, Endeavor is not the best father in the world. He might be a #1 hero, he is horrendous at parenting. And also keeping his wife sane. That's how he got the scar. Shh. In the story mode, when there's ever a moment that you have to show your strength, the game makes you fight a Nomu. A Nomu. That didn't appear there originally, but it did here. Nomu, the living spam of the My Hero Academia universe. And they expect that to just be a placeholder for a rock. I know I'm saying Nomu a lot, but let me explain what it is. A Nomu is essentially a ton of people that have been put through a meat grinder, and out of the other end comes this amalgamation of multiple quirks inside of one body that live to be obedient. The reason I don't like the Nomu being used like this is because of what Nomu are. They're people. If you look at way back when, during one of the first episodes of My Hero, you see that one of Bakugo's friends has red wings, and then, all of a sudden, you see that one of the Nomu had wings. This implies that that kid was quite literally killed at a young age to make this monster. Personally, the Nomu represents how far we are willing to go with science in order to accomplish our extreme goals. Enough of that. They could have animated it through the engine like they did in the first game, but no, they just make you fight a Nomu. This game is really fun, I love it, but they need to realize that this is the story mode, where a lot of new viewers, or a lot of new people to the show or series, won't really get why they're fighting a Nomu. Look, the story mode would have been better if they did stuff like Mortal Kombat where there was like a test your might or something, or having a quick time event in the animation would have made it really cool. Instead of fighting the living amalgamation of body horror. The multiplayer! This must be fun. No one is ever on the multiplayer. I waited 12 minutes and someone popped on, which then my brother decided to research how many people were playing at the time. 23. 23 living people were playing the game. It's the summer, in June, school being out is just a new concept, and it's the start of Pride Month, on a Sunday. It's such a perfect storm and no one is on. It's like how Coca-Cola needed to be validated that all the machines are restocked on Pearl Harbor the day of the bombing. The Japanese are killing us. Don't worry, boys, I got your old-fashioned way right here. It's not a good game if you want to get into My Hero, but it is a good game if you're familiar with the series, or you kind of get a gist of what it is. If this video gets enough attention, and I do get a lot from this video, I will make an entire analysis of the My Hero series, the My Hero fandom, and generally what it came to, what it has been, and everything. I literally mean everything. I will dig into old TikTok accounts. I will watch all the cringe compilations. I will suffer for this channel's livelihood. I hope this video has been informative on the game, but I also hope that it's been entertaining, because if anything matters, it's that I make you laugh and smile. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you can,
Make the world a better place. I proceed to run towards the subscribe button.
and for the love of God, do not ask what they did to the frogs.
Say, that's pretty impressive. For a popsicle, psychic hero.